Loktargar friends, hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another orc mode workout. And today was dynamic effort squat and deadlift day, and it's as some people requested from yesterday. I'm gonna leave a little bit of the sound on the background so you guys can hear them chains jingling, the plates jingling and clinking. Hear me grunting like an orc. But this is pretty light today. This is week 1 of the new speed wave, so we're going very, very light. I'm running 40% bar weight. So some people are going to look at that and be like, man, that's barely over 200 pounds on that bar. Just keep in mind the weight of the bar. It's not a 45. You're like, yeah, that's 40%. My last box squat max was 502, so we're running 40% of that. And running 125 pounds of chain weight, right? Because again, 25% accommodating resistance. And when I say the 25%, I don't mean 25% of what's on my bar, I mean 25% of my max. So if your max is 400 pounds, you run 100 pounds of chain or band weight, right? It's 25%. You don't look at it and go, well, I've got 200 on the bar, so no, it's based on your maxes, guys. So we need to clarify that. I've had some people argue and say, well, that's not what Westside does. It's like, you better go read their websites and their notes and memos. That sure as hell what they do. So that being said, we did 12 doubles with this today. 12 doubles, and nice and explosive. Some of them it takes me a little while to get into it, and it was like when I got to the deadlifts today. When I got to the deadlifts, I'm really experimenting kind of with a slightly new setup in the way I'm doing things with the sumo. And it took me a while to where I was really happy with my breathing technique. As far as me trying to drop in and not look down as I grab the bar, I'm trying to work on that more and more with the sumo so that I maintain that upright torso position. And I had to get my breathing down, and I wasn't happy with it until the final 2 sets out of the 20. But at least I kind of found what I'm comfortable with. And the grip sure held on easy. It's like all the extra grip work is really paying off. Paying off a lot. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, I've had someone say, Jason, do you have to do a lat spread every time you get out from under the bar? Yes, I do. I do, because I got a lot of weight sitting on my back, and I've got big lats and a big back. And you know what? I like to stretch back out after I get out from under a bar. And even if the camera wasn't on, I would still do the same thing. Right? I'd do the same thing even if the camera wasn't rolling. It's not like I'm thinking about it at that point. I don't have to do a lat spread to impress you guys. You guys see me do pull-ups and chin-ups and overhead pressing from behind. Pretty obvious I got a big back. So it's literally subconscious. It just feels good. You know, especially when it's heavier work even more so. It just feels good to just kind of release all that. Because, you know, you pull in tight and you think about what's going on with the squat. I'm working more and more on pulling my elbows down and keeping them down. Right, so that I maintain that torso position I want. I'm really focusing on that, which means I've got to pinch those scapula together. Well, that's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to pinch your scapula together and hold it for 12 sets. And you know what? It feels good to just let go of all that tension. It feels good, especially as you get out from under that bar. You just get it off and you just stretch back out. Feels nice. Feels good. So someone brought that up though the other day, and I had to laugh. It's like, I'm really not. It's just the most comfortable way to do it. But doing good there. These speed squats look okay. I mean, they obviously could always be faster. I need to keep working my explosiveness and rate of force production, but that's why we do all this stuff. That's why we do all this stuff. And that's the other thing, by the way, you guys who follow this stuff, you know, you notice that a lot of my videos I put up with training footage in the background, people will say sometimes, oh man, you look different here. What happened? Did you gain a bunch of fat? Did you lose muscle today? It's like, no, because that's a couple month old footage. And when we go through and see that stuff, I think the people who watch my channel every day, that's where it becomes very obvious that the recomp has happened. When I see my own footage that's like 8 weeks old, that goes up in a video that I made a month ago that already had old footage, that goes live as an informative video, then it does highlight, yeah, things are coming along. I mean, they could always be faster, but you know, they're coming along. Recomp is happening because I'm the same body weight. It's not like I'm 5 or 10 pounds different weight. You know, so it's like people will look at those and then see that and be like, oh man, dude, you cutting? It's like, no. No, I'm recomping. This training works. This whole system works. You know, this system works, and it works for everybody. It doesn't matter what sport you're going to compete in. It's a base system, and then you custom tune it to your needs. The system works. And I'm starting to find that more and more and more. When I look at it, it just works. You just have to custom tailor it around your specific needs. Especially on the volume end of the assistance movements, the amount of Metcon you do, that's what you have to custom tailor. Everybody gets powerful and strong and explosive and recomps on a system like this. It's just how it works. But for this today, yes, 12 sets of 2. 12 sets of 2. And that's the perk of this, all these sets, all these first reps, practicing box squatting. That's one reason I don't have to box squat all the time. That's one reason I don't have to squat every week on the heavy work. That's why we can alternate it and do random stuff. And we could do a squat every other week or a deadlift every other week. The dynamic days give you your practice at these things. They give you a lot of practice setting up. They give you a lot of practice learning those skills that you need on the big 3, so that you don't have to do the big 3 heavy. You can do whatever variations you want because you get the practice here. I'm practicing box squatting here. That's why when I go over and hit a box squat max, all of a sudden I can PR. All right? That's why it happens. And I'll keep PRing. I think we're going to see that climb for a while. And my quads are growing. The speed work's getting better. And when I test the other ones, they're improving. The quads are definitely growing. And people can't just say, oh, the quads are just getting bigger because you're losing fat. I'm not losing body weight. The fat's being replaced with something, and I think some of it's quad. So I experimented a bunch with this, trying to just get into that tighter position, keep the head up, torso up to some extent. It took a little bit to get into groove. I'm going to get better and better at that. And I feel like because I'm doing that, it's going to let me get a little tighter when I do pull heavy on these sumos. But I'm following kind of my own tips of what I've had to do with clients of stopping them from looking down. And I've realized even though I don't have the exaggerated issues they do, this will help me. And it also helps to keep you from sticking your butt back as much so you get that pelvis rolled under just to the ideal angle. Right. Also, guys, because I'm in these short shorts, I have a couple different pairs of these, but I have 3 of this pair of the really short ones. I got a really good deal on them on Amazon, and I grabbed a 3-pack. So I have 3 of them. So I've been wearing them lately, and there was a couple of cheek slips in here. Not gonna lie, I started laughing when I saw it. When I first put it just to make sure the footage was good, I saw a cheek slip, and I haven't got to any of it in here yet. But I started laughing. I'm like, oh my god. Trolls are going to have a field day with this. They're going to be like disgusted and make videos about how revolting and G for P it is and whatever. It's like, man, you guys just got to stop hating at a certain point, man. The MILFs love that. And you know what? The gay dudes probably love it too, but at a certain point, I just don't care. I don't care, guys. I'm documenting my training. And at least I'm not hiding anything. Let's be real here. We keep things more real here than anybody else. It's like people are always like, you're sucking in your gut. It's like you guys have seen the inside of my guts in a scan. You have literally seen inside my abdominal cavity with a DEXA scan to see exactly how much fat I have in there. I don't have what you think of as a traditional gut. You guys are used to these bodybuilders who pen insulin and growth hormone and have big old guts inside there. I don't have any of that. It is medically confirmed that I don't have it. You guys have seen it yourselves. I have loose skin and body fat adhering to the loose skin. And that's actually slowly coming in. I mean, at this point, you guys can pretty much see everything. I don't have a whole lot hidden. And the belt comes off during some of this stuff. Some of my training here, I'm not even wearing the belt. I got just the running shorts on. Not a lot hidden here, guys. Like, you guys can pretty well assess what my body fat is at. You can assess how much is loose skin, how much is fat adhering to the loose skin, how much fat I still have. It's not like a great mystery at this point. There's not really anything to hide. So I don't know where people come up with these ideas. You know, I mean, this is all pretty transparent, guys. I train with calibrated plates with expensive equipment, wearing almost no clothing. There's not much to hide. I don't understand people's mindset. I really don't. I'm just up here training, and you know what? I'm enjoying what I do. That's the thing. I mean, people are like, oh, we want to get your offer year 2. It's never going to happen, guys. In fact, my coaching business is doing so freaking well at this point, and it's probably going to continue to, that, yeah, I will actually scale my channel back probably early next year. I just don't want to during the final quarter because I make too much money. Like, why would I make less than 3 videos a day when the ads pay the most? Like, when you have, like, December, you make like $10 per 1,000 views, okay? You need to understand that. So if I get 500,000 video views in December, that's basically just a ballpark. That's like at least $5,000 minimum. And I had a documented thing before showing over a 6,000 December month because it was for a legal purpose, and got it notarized and everything. And, you know, of course, the person didn't accept it, even though it was notarized, would have held in court. You know, so I mean, I'm not going to scale back in the final quarter. Like, it would just be stupid. And I love doing what I do. But, you know, the coaching is going great. I mean, and come that time of the year, yeah, I'll probably, if I have a few slots open, I'll open a few more up. I have no reason why I wouldn't take 3 or 4 more new clients in January. You know, because that's, again, pretty good chunk of money. I love doing it. It's fun. It's rewarding. But, you know, I like doing this too. And yeah, for a while, my channel may very well come to me just documenting my stuff, my training. A couple other videos every week. Do the Q&As. Maybe a couple of one-off fun current events here or there. Because they're fun to do. And you know what? I'll always need to do a current event here or there. Not going to be a big focus on them. But I like to do them every now and then. And everyone appreciates them. They can be fun from time to time. They can be fun. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the channel is for a while going to be more about my own blogging and discussing training topics, and a lot of it's going to be centered around my own coaching and the things I learned coaching people, and going more into writing the custom program thing. That actually has come up. People may not realize that, but at least one person already really hit me up for that and said, hey, I saw what you offered on that. Will you do me a custom program? And he sent me enough information to give him one, and we discussed it back and forth and the price, and wrote him a custom program. He was really, really, really happy with it. So it's not an official business I've opened up yet, but that's probably based upon that poll. A lot of people are going to want that. A lot of people are going to want that. So, you know, at a certain point, it might not be me kicking out 3 videos every day on here, because I'm going to have other stuff to work on. But this is never going away. I will probably still be doing this and running a fitness channel 5 years from now. I'm doing this a long time. And, you know, it's been a great business venture. It's been fun. In spite of all the drama and BS, it's been entertaining. People learn. And contrary to the rumors, I've made probably 10 times more money doing this than people think I have. I probably really have. So it's been lucrative, and it's been fun, and it's been rewarding, and it's led to me getting over into all this coaching and other stuff. So, I mean, this is never going away. And I want to document what I'm doing with my training. And I think that's going to be a big part of it, really. I think a lot of this channel moving forward is going to be largely based around just documenting what I'm doing with my own training. Eventually documenting more of what I do with coaching clients. Because isn't that what it's about? I mean, we can discuss theory, we can discuss research and experience, but if people can see what I'm doing firsthand, and I can share what I do working with clients and learning with clients and getting people strong and helping them recomp and getting these people jacked into their goals, isn't that what people really care about? That's what people care about. That's really what matters. Fitness should be about that stuff. It's not about all the drama. And the drama can be fun. But yeah, I'm not going away. And so many people, they are so obsessed with seeing me go away on here. And it's just not going to happen. Not going to happen, guys. And all the people who are like, well, their channels get deleted, because you guys break the rules. If you don't break YouTube's rules, they don't ban you. And I don't break YouTube's rules. Pretty good grasp of them. And Google Rep and everything has looked at what I do and agreed. I don't break their rules, really. You know, it is what it is. Deal with it. But these last 2, this one and the one before, what I finally did, I reached over and just held my breath. I held my breath. Matters. I'm only doing 3 sets of these right now. You know what? That's enough. Because I'm getting all that other speed work. I think just 3 good weighted jumps. I'm not sure how I want to progress on these now, because I'm using my biggest kettlebell. I'm always 40 pounds doing 3 jumps. I can't go to the next higher box because when I stand up, I hit my head, right? I'll knock myself out trying to do these. So I have to stick with the 24-inch. My next option might be to see if I can do it with a heavier, like a plate. I mean, I don't want to do it with a barbell. That could be really awkward. That could go wrong. That could go so wrong. It's like I could throw the safety squat bar over my neck, and if it hits something, I might break my neck. I don't know. I'll figure something out, guys. I'll figure something out with these. I could always maybe stack them on the next plate up and go up a couple inches. Find how high I can go and stand up without hitting my head. But when I go to the 30-inch box, I absolutely hit my head. So I can't stand all the way up. Then we did my 5 sets of 10 on the glute bridge. I don't normally do another accessory on this day, but we're up in the volume. I mean, the Metcon is working. My work capacity is going up. I feel like glute bridges are going to help me a lot right now. I definitely had one guy who's told me, again, very well-known coach, originally from West Side, who I'm friends with. He definitely advised me that I do need to learn to engage more hamstring when I deadlift. It'll help my sumo pulls. And I see what he's talking about with it. And I also need just more glute in general. And this kind of is a good exercise for that. I feel like it will train some of the things that I need to follow through on it. It will build glutes, hamstrings, core, all this stuff simultaneously, address some weak points. And I can do a lot of volume on it. You can load this heavy. And obviously I jumped 20 pounds from the other day for 5x10. And this will load up pretty heavy. I mean, I'm a decently strong guy. And I see some people moving some really big weight with this on full range of motion. And I'm going to work back into doing it and progressively overload it. And I'm going to stick with volume. It's going to be 5x10s. But I have a feeling just the way this exercise adapts quickly and is easily loadable, probably going to be using a pretty heavy weight. Probably going to be a lot of weight eventually. It's going to be a lot of weight. Because I feel like I can definitely make weight jumps every workout. Kind of getting into that technique of it, but it feels good. You know, I can really feel what's working a lot on this. And as I've said, it's a good prehab movement. It's a good movement for all these body parts. It's a good movement to prevent injuries. Again, for your lower back, your core, because of the way it engages all of that with the glutes. Builds a lot of stability, in addition to just being a great glute and hamstring exercise. And I need all that. I need those things to keep moving forward with the deadlift, because the squats come along great. My squat's not my best lift. I need the deadlift to keep going, and I need the benching to keep going. But we're addressing the benching. We're addressing it with a lot of weak point hypertrophy work. We're addressing it with technique. So that's all going to come up, while still just doing random exercises for the max effort day. But we got to get all around strong. And we've got to address all these weak points. So we have to address all these performance elements: max strength, power, conditioning, and body composition. Right? These things all have to be addressed. All these things together make an athlete. Doesn't matter what sort of athlete. And the down trickle effect will be that obviously my squat, bench, and deadlift will go up. But the actual direct heavy squat, benching, and deadlifting is such a tiny, tiny part of my actual training that it's almost non-existent, right? It accounts for what? Less than 10% of my training. But this exercise should help me a lot. So I'm going to keep loading it up. It felt good today, so I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.